Hey guys, how are you? I'm back with another cool LEGO Star Wars set from the Death Trooper wave. This set is based on the Duel of on Naboo, the Duel of the Fates. It is based on the end part of the power room that they were in, that massive power room with all the levels and all the little blue and red energy beams going up and down the rooms, plus that pit located in the middle of the set for the main feature. But let's get right into it right now. So, to start off, I'll tell you guys that the price of this set is about $30 in Canada. If you look at the box, as I showed in the speed build, you'll know that it's actually 20.8, should be $20.8. It is about $30, which is still a very expensive price for a set of such a low piece count. However, there are pretty big pieces in this set. Not massive, but bigger than some. Definitely better than those old Minecraft sets with the tiny little studs that made up the whole thing and made it $60. Um, this set is about 12 13 centimeters tall, just to give you a little bit of scaling because my fingers don't cut it. You have no idea. um, One thing I like about this set is that it is showing some stuff, some places that are made in Battlefront 2. If you like Battlefront 2 as much as I do, you'll love that you get this version of Darth Maul in it, which I'll go over in a second. I don't know if we're going to get these two in Star Wars Battlefront 2, but we'll see. Um, this is a new type of set for the Phantom Menace series. We've never seen a Duel of the Fates quite like this. Usually it's the duel that they have on the sands of Tatooine, but we've never had something like this in LEGO, so this is very interesting. Like many of the scene sets are trying to be, it is also very compact. So everything is squeezed together, but it has a nice array of action features to go along with it, which is nice. They really have set a good standard for these sets for child play. However, for people like me, I would prefer it to be a bit bigger with a bit lower of price, or a bit closer to that 10 cents per piece. However, I do get why they do it. It's because some pieces take up more polymers to build, and they have to pay for all the workers, machines, equipment, new places, and that's why they go above the 10 cents per piece mark, because they need to pay their workers, and they need to make money instead of just using money so that they can continue to make awesome LEGO sets like we've been seeing through the past 10 or so years. Like this. Again, scene sets, very nice. Definitely have their own style in LEGO Star Wars. And let's go right to the minifigures. This one's going to be snappy. First off, we have the Padawan version of Obi-Wan Kenobi. We've gotten this guy quite a lot in the last few Phantom Menace sets. This one doesn't seem to me much different to the MTT and Naboo Starfighter, as I believe they showed up in. He's got his Padawan braid, just like Anakin did when he was in Episode 2, and I think at the end of Episode 1. Can't forget about him there. Nice Jedi robes, a little bit lighter to show he's a Padawan. He does have a double-side face. This is, if I had to look back on the movie, this would be when Qui-Gon is stabbed. He's a little bit angry. We turn around to the back. This might be when he's starting the battle. He knows that Qui-Gon's got his back. His hair is red. In the movie, it's a little bit darker, but I think the vibrance in it really makes this set more diverse in its colors, which is good. I didn't want everything to be such a bland color, so this set really does a good job of that. Anyways, on to the next figure. Here we have Qui-Gon Jinn, who, again, is not a new figure. We've seen him in other Phantom Menace sets. He's got his darker robes and pants. You saw him with Obi-Wan earlier. Same hair as he's always had. Looks very nice for his type of character. He's got a nice dark green lightsaber. No more of those, those weird greens. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Like this. I did not like those greens. These are the kind of greens I want to see. Although if it's accurate, it's accurate. So just like Obi-Wan, he's just got the one lightsaber. Of course, accurate to the movie, no extras there. There's the back side of his head. I would guess that is when he's being stabbed in the chest after he gets knocked in the face. And this is his more calm face. He's got the nice hands, no arm printing, no, I guess we've never gotten back to the leg printing. But he looks good. He looks good. I think here it's a little bit faded, or maybe it's just because it's mixed with the brown and my eyes are playing tricks on me, but it does look a little bit faded compared to the rest of the robe. That's kind of something that's always happened, though, probably when they mix the plastics and put the paint on. But it's a very nice figure overall. One thing to mention, all of them, you'll see, kind of have this orange thing in the middle of their robe. I don't know if that's like an undershirt or something, but it's there, and it's weird. So, anyways, let's go to the next one. And here he is, the most powerful hero in the Battlefront 2 beta. What a monster. He looks very good indeed. His lightsaber, double-bladed. He's got the cap on his head for horns, just like they've done before. Very nice, very nice. He's got his tattoos. I think this is a good overall face. Angry, but not mad. Just a normal evil Sith face. And if we compare him to an older variant of the head, you'll see that there's a lot more to see on this one's face, on the new one. In fact, on this one there's barely eyes, where on the new Darth Maul, he's even got glow-in-the-dark teeth, which is cool. I was going to try and show you guys, that's why it cut out, but the camera doesn't work as well in the dark as Darth Maul's teeth does. Teeth do. That's a English word for all of you who speak English. He's got some nice Sith robes. I kind of wish they gave him the leggings, like maybe these, instead of being attached, were a little bit more loose, because they do twirl around a lot while he's doing his moves in the first movie, or in the first trilogy. You know what I'm talking about, guys. First movie, not the first movie, but the first movie. Okay? I'm trying to please everyone here. It's very difficult. So let's move on to the set itself. And here is the scenic last resting place of Darth Maul, although not Darth Maul himself, but just his legs. Because he does continue on to some disappointment. Just a quick thing, I forgot to show Qui-Gon's older self, very older self. This is a very old minifigure here. And you can just see how much the detail has improved on the new ones. So I'm very happy that LEGO has continued making things better instead of just photocopying. Very nice of them to do that. Although, it is how they're making their money. They do a good job. So, let's move from one side of this to the other. So, we'll go from the movie. So, let's pretend we're Obi-Wan here. We're Obi-Wan, and we are on the bridge. We've got our lightsaber, and we're running. This is not as good a first person as I thought it would be. And we're running, and we're running, and we finally get to it. Oh, but it closes on us. And now Qui-Gon Jinn and Darth Maul are left alone to fight, and we all know how that ends. So, in fact, I was watching that before I reviewed this set, just to see if there's any inaccuracies. The first would be that this wall should be closed in, but you know, that's fine. Adds to the height of it, as we missed because there's no back to it. So I just wanted to show a little bit of height to it, that it's a dangerous drop, and it gave a better feature here where it actually is a drop. You can see there's a mechanism here, but they actually failed with this, and usually I do the inaccuracies at the end, but for this one I will do it now. This opens out, which is odd, and you can see how that mechanism works in there. But this is supposed to open in. It's supposed to turn off and then go out to the side walls where it gets held in. But this, again, this goes out, and not only is that inaccurate, but if you have a figure standing here, as you might, he's going to get pushed out of the way. So it gives you less playroom than the already small amount that you have, which is not a good thing. But this can be quickly fixed, as I will do now. Ta-da! Just like that. Now you can pull it out and push it in, and all that takes is pulling this off and switching it around. I thought these were sort of purple, but when I looked at the movie, they were actually more of an orange-red, so the Lego got this right here. They got these little beams looking alright. Again, there's no wall, but that's a scaling thing. You gotta put, still, it does take away from some of the playroom, but I would rather it took away from this room than this room. So you can have your Obi-Wan Kenobi. Poor guy, always gets left out. He even got left out on Order 66. That's a bad joke. Anyways, if you open it like that, you can see how close it is. So you just gotta keep them at the end there. And I'm sure you get more of these sets and build the bridge longer and add a bunch of platforms. But in Canada, this is pretty expensive for the amount of pieces, so I wouldn't recommend it if you're like me. Down here, this isn't technically an action feature, but it is interesting. They've got a little bit of energy flowing through here, just like the beams of energy we saw in the movie. You can, if you pull this back, you can open this up. And it's not even connected in there. It just gets held by this circular piece. Holds it in there. And so that's nice, because now it's just a greater indication that this is in fact the power room that we saw in the movie, as we missed out from all the energy beams farther back. So that's nice. I'm glad they didn't leave this completely empty. It's a nice thing that they just took like 6 pieces to put on. So I like that. Good job, Lego. We get this one wall here, and I get why they did that, because if this was all surrounded by walls, we would have 3 studs diameter, or a radius of playroom, and that's not good. Or 2 studs. So I get why they did that. Makes sense. If you want to buy multiples of these and make a giant circle, that's cool too. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what they want you to do. Not me. Not me. I'm happy with this. I'm not going to be making any mass mocks with this anytime soon, but it is a fun set. A super fun set. They've got these blue lights down here, which looks very nice. Gives it, again, a good color to it. This is what I like about all of the Episode 1 sets. They just look so nice. People didn't like all of the CGI, that they add in the movie, but I think when that CGI is translated into Lego, it just makes it look so smooth and beautiful. Except for the new MTT. That's terrible. The droid transport, or platoon attack craft that I reviewed earlier with that awful frame lapse of the sun burning through the Lego pieces. I really like that set. That is way better than the MTT. Get that before it sells out at Toys R Us, if it hasn't already. So, you may notice this little flicky thing here, and that is because it has a wonderful action feature. So, I'll put him, Obi-Wan, we'll take his lightsaber away, because he's not supposed to have it. And, actually, I'll show you guys the inside first. So we've got a light here, and a light here, and then we've got this big circular dish, and when you push on this, this pushes up. So you push on it, and it goes up. And if you do it fast enough, you can launch things, which is cool. So I'm going to put Obi-Wan down there. You can see how I'm doing it. You just put him down there like that. And then you tap this really fast. Usually it doesn't work on the first try, but movie magic, please. No movie magic for me. So you gotta tap a couple times. And he goes right off the edge. He has failed. So that's awesome. I was doing that for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes when I first got it. It's such a cool action feature. It still is. I love pits. I made a Sarlacc pit. It's awesome. I love throwing things into these holes and watching them get eaten, or watching them fall the way down. And for this, you can just watch them fall and jump back up, and fall and jump back up, and it could be a game. Lego game night, guys. Anyways, I'm getting off topic. Let's do some of the ugly looking parts of it. It's not ugly at all, but I'm just showing you the parts of it that Lego doesn't show on the box. So we can get a top view of it too. I told you it was 12 centimeters in height, so it's about the same in length. I'd say about 15, 16 centimeters. And there's that. This little Lego action feature. Cool. So we can put Darth Maul here. Qui-Gon can be lying down there. So there's enough room to get things to look good. It could have more room, but if you are Canadian, you wouldn't want that, because that means the price would just double again. Or you'd go from $30 for a $20 set to $40 for a $25 set, which is not good if you like to save your money. But again, okay, my motto, always look for those sales. Other things, I do like this light here. It's very accurate. Love it, love it, love it. Again, you can act out all your scenes here. It's very cool. Enough room for everything. Or I guess he would be here. Like that. And you got a little gold piece down here just because gold. Or maybe it's like a wire covering, which would be very cool. Everything's just so shiny in episode 1. That's why people didn't like it. But I do like it in Lego, and it was alright in the movie. I'm not a hater. So I've already shown you guys some of the accuracy faults. No wall, no wall. So walls are a big thing that they missed out on. Lasers opening the wrong way. Easy fix. Wall, got some extra bricks. Easy fix. Oh, let's spin that around. Add some bricks here for a wall. Easy fix. But the one thing I didn't show you guys, that is the problem, is these lights. It's like they watched the movie backwards, because this is backwards and these are backwards. In the movie, Obi-Wan is holding on to a little light right here, and they want it to be that little light. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll shine some light on it. No, it didn't work. I'm sorry, I have a terrible flashlight. He holds onto this little light here, and that's all he's holding on to while Darth Maul is throwing sparks his way. But this light, after me studying the movie scene just twice, I realized that this is actually supposed to be over here, and this over here. So he's actually holding on over here, and they completely missed that. So that was a really easy thing that they could have fixed if they had taken a little bit more time on it. It's just too easy. Like I could switch this myself. I could, walls, not a big thing to me, but I could have switched this myself. I can switch this myself, and I will after the video is done being made. So if you guys want to do the same thing, go ahead. I'm not saying this is unfixable, but I'm saying that LEGO could have fixed it themselves if they had been paying a little bit more attention. So I'd just like them to, you know, put a little bit more accuracy into their work when it comes easy, like it did here. So, one thing I want to say, non-related, is I'm not going to be doing these reviews anymore. As is my thoughts so far. I'm thinking instead I'm going to be doing stop motion reviews. So a little tour of it in the stop motion world, like a LEGO posts on their websites, except it's not animated. It's right here in my little studio, you know, Qui-Gon getting sliced in the belly instead of thrown off over here. I don't know if you guys have seen that animation that LEGO did. But I'm really thinking about stopping doing these reviews. I have a bunch of different ideas. One is doing the stop motion for these reviews, and the other is doing a stop motion for the speed builds. I don't think the speed builds are really a big difference, as it's just a LEGO set being built quickly. Stop motions will take 2-3 times as long because I gotta move all the pieces in slowly. Where frame lapses, I can just click the play button or click the record button and build it as fast as I want. So yeah, I really, really want your feedback on this. Otherwise, you know, I'm gonna have to figure this out on myself, and you guys might be like, wait, go back, I like the other thing, but it'll have been too late, and I'll have skimmed over a set that you guys may have wanted to see reviewed in a different fashion. I think that reviewing things in stop motion will play more to people who want to see the set quicker, just want to get a good overview on it, and want to see something original, as I know no one else is doing a stop motion review of these sets. It's always, I know, oh goodness, the guy who does the builds, the frame lapse builds, he kind of does the same thing, except it's not stop motion. He just stops to do videos. I could do that, but I'm thinking like a live action Star Wars battle on the set would be a little bit cooler, because I don't have to get my hands in there. You guys know that I like to do those funny things at the end of the video, and I'll do one for this one. But I think this could be a big change, and I think it'd be a good change. So let me know what you think. Give a like, a reason for a dislike, or if you are feeling super cheeky, a subscription to this or my other channel. And check out the frame lapse for this, as like I said, it is out there. A little while ago I made it, finally got around to reviewing it. Tell me what you think on there too, and I hope you guys have a great day. I will be reviewing another set soon. Bye guys, see you later. One quick thing I need to add before I end off this video is that if you put, say, a lightsaber down here, and it goes there, and you try and press the button, it could jam it, so just watch it for that. That's all I wanted to say. Back to the video. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. No, Qui-Gon! Dun, 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 dun. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Dun-dun.